Well, I'm going to quickly introduce myself. My name is Francisco Ramos. I was born in Venezuela. And every time people find out that I'm from Venezuela, and if they know somebody from there, they think I know them too. Like, there this lady come up to me, I'm like, oh, you're from Venezuela. I know somebody from there. You probably know him. His name is Jose. No last name. I was like, lady, there's a lot of Jose's in Venezuela. I'm not gonna know him, all right? But then she showed me the picture. I'm like, oh, fuck, that's my cousin. You gotta like it, lady. I'm also a U.S. citizen, so I do have an American accent. Not this one. I have another one that I use when I need to. Like, when I go to Starbucks, I have to use it because they never understand my name, right? So that was there. The girl's like, can I get your name? So I use my American accent, you know, I'm like, my name is Francisca. And the girl's like, how do you spell that? I was like, it's like San Francisco, but without the San. And then I got the cup and it said San Jose. I was like, what the? Is my cousin here? What's going on? Oh, man. Good thing that's happening this year. I'm getting married, guys. I'm getting married. Thank you. Doing it. I proposed to my fiance. I went to Italy. I did it in Italy. I did it over there, which was nice. And if you get a chance to go to Italy, go. It's a great country. Food is amazing. One advice, though, if you go to Italy, you go to a restaurant, the waiters, they really don't care what you order. Like, they just tell you what they want you to order. That was my experience. I was with my girlfriend at this restaurant. I'm looking at the menu, and I go to the waiter. I'm like, yes, I'm going to have the pasta carbonara. And the waiter's like, no, you're having the risata. And I was like, okay. I was like, well, my girlfriend, she has a tree nut allergy. It's like, no, she doesn't. I was like, but she can die. No, she won't. So she's dead. She's alive. We're planning the wedding now, which is pretty cool. We're doing it together, and now, which is great. But now she's asking me questions about the wedding, about stuff that I really don't care about. No, like, she's asking about, like, what kind of flowers should we have in the wedding, which, like, I don't care. I mean, like, I want to have flowers, but I don't care what type, you know what I mean? Because I just want to have a good party, you know? And a good party to me is good food, good music, good drinks, right? Because I never been to a party where the flowers are the shit, you know what I mean? Where you get there, you're like, fuck! Did you see the lilacs? They're fucking fresh! And you can do cocaine off the eucalyptus. Shit. By the way, we're planning the wedding. We're doing it. We're getting married in Spain. In Spain, we're doing it in Spain, and yeah. And the reason we're doing that is because we love to vacation, you know. And I love vacation because when you're on vacation, we all change as human beings. Like, people here on vacation, we all change. We all become different people. Like, when you're on vacation, your budget does not matter. Right? Prices don't matter. Doesn't matter if you're rich or poor, you become a prince or a princess. Right? You could be any restaurant, and you're like, $25 for a beer? Fuck it, we're on vacation. One more, garçon. Right? But as soon as you go back home, that changes, right? You question everything, right? You're like, $25 for antibiotics? One thing that I don't like what people do on vacation, though, is when people wear touristy clothes. I don't like that. Where are you guys from? No, you're not. No, that wasn't. No, you guys are fine. This is a good example. I don't know where you guys from. Where you got? Fort Lauderdale. You see, I couldn't tell. I like that. You're not wearing touristy clothes. I don't like touristic. For example, like a Hawaiian shirt. I don't like that. No, and let me give you my reason. I don't like it because, like I said, I was born in Venezuela, so I'm always very suspicious about everything. I think some bad shit's about to happen. So I never want to draw attention to myself. So when I see somebody walking around like a tourist, I'm like, oh, this person wants to get kidnapped. You know what I mean? Just like, I'm not from here, rob me. Fuck that. I don't do that. I blend in, right? I see what people are wearing, and I wear the same stuff. That's why I was in Italy. I was walking around in a Speedo. Nobody touched me. I mean, they did, but not to rob me. Hey, where's the risotto? So I've been living, like I said, I was born in Venezuela, but I've been living in the U.S. since I was 12. I moved here when I was to Maryland when I was 12. I grew up in the East Coast. So I've been living most of my life, but I still feel like I have like this third world country DNA in me. And by that I mean that when you come from a third world country, you're resourceful, like you solve problems quick, because shit doesn't work in a third world country. So you gotta find solutions. You just don't give up in life. For example, like if there's no hot water, heat it up. There's no manager you can call. And somebody's always gonna help you in a third world country, and they're always gonna say something like, "Let's see what I can do." Like that's the phrase, and that's everywhere because the other day I was at this bar, and the bartender was Cuban, and my girlfriend wanted a Diet Coke. So I go and talk to the bartender in Spanish. I was like, "Hey, bro, can I get a Diet Coke?" And the bartender realized that I was from Venezuela, so he's like, "Hey, bro, so we don't have Diet Coke, but what I can do is that I can give you some regular Coke and put some water on it." And I was like, all right. But that was the mindset, you see? Like he just didn't go like, we don't have it. He's like, no, we're gonna come up with a solution here. We're gonna solve this problem. Which, by the way, I would love to see this guy as a doctor, just doing the same thing, right? Right, back in Cuba, it's like, so welcome. So you need a blood transfusion. So your blood type is A positive. We don't have that. But what I can do is that I can give you some A negative and then add some B negative. Because two negatives make a positive, papi. By the way, speaking of doctors, I gotta tell you something about myself. I'm a little bit of a hypochondriac. I am. I don't know if anybody out there. Like, I enjoy going to the doctors. Yeah, I like it. I treat it as a date. I dress nice. I put cologne. I bring snacks. Like, I don't mind waiting. Like, people hate waiting. I don't care. I like waiting. I don't care. What I don't like is when the doctors don't examine me, when they don't do anything. Like, the other day I waited for like an hour, and the doctor came in, and he just looked at me. He's like, "Oh, Francisco, you're fine." I was like, "What?" I was like, "Nah, touch me." Not paying copay for nothing. Fill me up. Right? Pretend you're doing something, right? At least do the stomach thing. You know when you do the stomach thing? You know, like, I don't know what that does, but at least do that. So when I'm driving home, well, he did touch my stomach, so I guess I also got so I'm trying to eat better, and I got a friend who's a doctor, and he's like, I asked him like, "Hey, what should I do to eat better?" He's like, "Well, you gotta eat more fruits." So I started buying more fruits, started buying more bananas, and more apples. And you know what I realized with bananas? I feel like bananas are always ready at the same time. Right? Like, I buy a bunch of bananas, and I want to spread them out during the week. Right? But bananas are like, enough, Francisca. You're gonna have to eat 5 today. Right? Bananas are a very tight group of fruit. And we always connect bananas, like we think like bananas like are more like a male fruit. No, I actually think bananas act more like a female fruit. Because you can only have a banana when the banana tells you that they want you to have it. They're in control of the relationship. Right? Even the way that you peel off a banana is very burlesque. Like, oh, you want some of that? Right? You have to check on the banana every day just to see how they're doing. See if they're ready, right? You wake up in the morning, you're like, hey, what's up, banana? You look great. So, it's been 4 days. Are you ready? I'm not ready. Okay, I'll come back tomorrow. I'm sorry, I apologize. And you forget about the banana, they get mad at you, right? And they don't want you anymore, right? It's like, oh, you forgot about me. Well, I'm dead. You can freeze me, but it's not gonna be the same. But apples, on the other hand, very male fruit, I actually think, right? Because, you know, apples, like, they're always ready for action. Right? They're ready to go, right? You go to the supermarket, right? You buy some apples, right? You bring them to your car, right? And the apples like, come on, right in the car. Nobody's watching, come on. Just one bite. You don't have to wash me. Come on, I'm already hard. Let's do this. Right? And you don't have to wait 4 days for the apple to be ready. You can forget about an apple. Right? You can leave an apple in the refrigerator for like a month and a half. Right? The apple doesn't care. Right? As soon as you open the door, the apple's like, what's up? I'm still hard. Let's do this. So my fiancée, she's actually from North Carolina, and she's great. By the way, when we moved in together, she came with a dog and a cat, so now I have a stepdog and a stepcat. Because she's like, here are your new babies. I was like, I want to see some DNA tests. What the fuck? And let me tell you, I think they know I'm their stepdad because they don't listen to me at all. Yeah, like my dog's name is Stanley, and every time I'm telling, Stanley, don't do that. Like, he just looks at me like, you're not my father, and just fucking walks away. Anybody got a dog here? Anybody got a dog? Yeah? Yeah? What kind of dog you have? 2 boxers. Cool, nice. And what about cats? Anybody got a cat here? Okay, what kind of cat you have? A gray cat. Boxer, gray. Breed, color. But that's how it is. Every time I ask people, it's the same thing. I get it. Don't worry about it. That's how it is. Let me tell you. And now that I have a dog and a cat, I do have to say that I like dogs a bit better. Let me give you my reasons. I feel dogs, they appreciate that they're living with you for free. Right? And they always have this energy that they can get kicked out at any second. So they always want to please you, right? Like my dog Stanley, like if he's sitting on the couch and I go like, Stanley, move, right away he goes like, I'm sorry, sir, please don't get me out, I apologize. But if it's the cat, they think they own you, right? They think that's their place. Like my cat, her name is Bonnie, and I go like, hey, Bonnie, move. She's like, fucking scratches me, tries to kill me, what the fuck? I also like dogs because I think they're better roommates for protection. Because a dog to me is like having like a paranoid roommate. Right? Like they're always hearing shit. Like they always come up to you like, hey man, I think I heard something in the back, man. You should call the cops, man. They're so paranoid, right? They never want you to leave. Like, don't leave, man. You're gonna die out there, man. It's dangerous. That's why they're so surprised to see you. They think you die every time you leave. And then when you come back, they're like, what the fuck? You're alive. I thought you were dead. We gotta call the cops, man. But I like that paranoia, right? Because cats, they don't care. If you get robbed, a cat doesn't even know it happened. A cat's like having like a stoner roommate. Right? You get robbed, they just wake up like, dude, what happened to the TV? Fuck. I didn't hear anything. I was sleeping in the closet the whole day. But yeah, like I mentioned, my fiancée, she's like from North Carolina. She's from Asheville. And she loves to do stuff that she did back in North Carolina that she wants to do with me now all the time. So like during last Halloween, she wanted to go to a pumpkin patch with me. But I didn't grow up with a pumpkin patch. Like, I don't know what the pumpkin patch is. But I was like, all right, let's go to the pumpkin patch. So we went to the pumpkin patch. You know what I realized about the pumpkin patch? It's just people taking pictures with a vegetable. That's pretty much it, right? It's a zoo for vegetables. And I didn't grow up with that concept because back in Venezuela, my dad never took me to the supermarket with a camera. I'd be like, hey, Francisco, stand next to the bananas. Like, they're not ready. Which, by the way, that shows you like what a first world country is, right? To go to a field of food just to take pictures? What the fuck? That's amazing, right? I would love to take one of my cousins that are living in Venezuela right now and be like, look, we're gonna go to the US and I'm gonna take you to a pumpkin patch. And my cousin's like, fuck yeah, let's go to the pumpkin patch. And we get there and it's like Willy Wonka and the chocolate factory, right? I'm like Willy Wonka, I'm like, come with me. And you'll be in a first world of pure gentrification. And my cousin's like, wow, so many pumpkins. I'm gonna eat that one, and I'm gonna eat that one. I'm like, oh, no. We take pictures here, Charlie. But you can pick one pumpkin, or we can take that one home. Ah, okay, because we eat it at home. No, we make a scary face out of it. Wait, so when do we eat the pumpkin? We never eat the pumpkin. We let it rot outside. Welcome to the first world. Oh, man. By the way, anybody here dating? Never just started? Are you guys just going out? No, married. Oh, okay, cool. Anybody just dating here? Just started going out? Over there? Okay, how long have you guys been together? About a year. Okay, cool. I don't know if you know this, the dude. Do you know that everything that we men do wrong in a relationship, ladies, they notice, but they never tell us we're doing it wrong? You know that? Oh, good for you. Because if you don't know this, every woman has a vault. And every time we fucked up, it goes in the vault. And the only way to know that it's going in the vault is when a girl goes like this. That's it. That means you messed up, but we have no idea. Because we're dumb, we're like, I'm the best boyfriend ever. No, you're not. You know when I realized that? Because I had an ex-girlfriend and she broke up with me. And she wrote me a 5-page letter. Yeah, front and back. Of all the stuff that I did wrong that she never told me. And then she said, first of all, one of the things that she said, she remembered why. She's like, remember we were watching The Princess Diary? And you fell asleep? That's when I realized you weren't ready to be a father. I'm like, what the fuck? Sorry for being tired. And then she signed it with like, you should have known Ladies, we don't know. You have to tell us every time we mess up. You have to treat us like we're a puppy. You know how you train a puppy? Like, don't do that. That's the best relationship. But don't wait till the end after you break up with us and then tell us everything we did wrong. That's messed up. That's like if I was going to my doctor that I've been seeing for like 3 years. Right? And I come in and my doctor's like, Francisco, thanks for coming. So for the past 3 years, your health has been on a decline. And you have 3 months to live. And I don't want to see you anymore. And I'm like, what? The doctor, why didn't you tell me anything before in the 3 years? He's like, oh, you should have known. What the fuck? Messed up, man. All right. And then you, how long have you been together? Let me ask you this question. I think I haven't. 20 years, okay. And this question, in 20 years, you've been with your wife. Do you get in trouble just by being a human being? It does, right? I've been learning, I think it's happening to me now. I've been with my girl for 6 years, and that happened to me the other day. Because the other day I got in trouble with her because of my field of vision. You know, humans, we have a field of vision, right? Peripheral vision. So what happened was I was walking on the street, me and my girl were walking on the street, holding hands. But then this other girl who wasn't my girlfriend entered my field of vision. But then my girlfriend was like, is that what you like? And I was like, babe, no, it's not my fault. She entered my field of vision. I wasn't looking for her, she entered. I know some ladies are looking at me like, no, you're just a dick. No. No, ladies, you have to realize your field of vision is way more advanced than ours. Men's field of vision sucks. It's very limited. You know, we're like a horse. We just see what's in front of us, and if we like it, we just fucking get it. We can't hide it, right? But ladies, your field of vision way more advanced. You're like an owl. You see from every angle. That's why you can check out guys, and we have no idea. You do it all the time. 20 years you've been together. She does it all the time. Could be walking on the street, holding hands, and she'd be like, oh my God. That guy's so hot. And he's right over there. 2 miles away on a pumpkin patch. Guys, my name is Francisco Ramos. Thank you guys very much for coming tonight. I really appreciate it. Thank you very much.